Hello, my name is Cody Harrison. I'm an application engineer here at Yokogawa Test and Measurement. In this video, we are going to discuss how to log power measurement data from a Yokogawa WT series power analyzer to the Yokogawa Smart DAC data logger series. For this video, we will be setting up a WT310 power analyzer and the GM10 data logger. However, the setup for other Yokogawa power analyzers with the Smart DAC series data loggers will be very similar. This function works across our WT and Smart DAC series. This includes the WT300, 300E, WT500, WT1800, WT1800E, and WT5000, as well as all of our Smart DAC Plus products. That includes the GM10, the GP10, GP20, GX10, and GX20 data recorders. The other key aspect of this feature is the ability to log data from several analyzers to one centralized location. This allows for up to 16 servers or separate WT power analyzers for every one GM10, GP20, or GX20. This means a total of 300 channels of power data per Smart DAC series data logger. For this video, we will be setting up a WT310 on the 192.168.10 network that matches my GM10 data logger. This is done by pressing the Shift key, then the Utility key, and scrolling until ETHER is flashing on the screen. Use the Set key to enter this menu. In this demonstration, a static IP address is used, so DHCP should be off. The IP address, net mask, and default gateway have already been set. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to log into the Smart DAC web server. Mine is set to 192.168.10.23. After loading the Smart DAC web server page, we will turn the WT communication function on by selecting the Config tab, the Communication Ethernet Settings tab, and then the WT Connection Client Basic Settings tab. Here you can see it's already on. I've got my communication interval set to 500 milliseconds, and I've got a recovery action wait time of 2 minutes. Then we'll go to the WT Communication Client Server settings. Here's where we will actually put in what the server's IP address is. Remember, we set ours to 192.168.10.25. And we'll select what type of power analyzer we're looking at. We're looking at a WT300 here. Be sure to check the on box and then update configuration at the bottom. It'll ask you OK, and hit OK again. Then we'll go to the WT Connection Client Data Allocation. Go to channel 1 through 20. We'll turn on, I'm just going to turn on 3 channels. And they're all set to server number 1. We are only using a 1-element unit, so they're all set to element 1. And I just selected the voltage, the current, and the power from element 1, and I set them all to channel 1, communication channel, channel 2, communication channel, and then channel 3, communication channel. We'll hit Update Configuration, hit OK. Hit OK again. All right, so we're going to go to the Data tab and look at the WT Client tab under Data, and just make sure that our WT300 is showing up with the correct IP address and the correct status. And it does look like we have that. So now we can go back to the Config tab and set up how we're going to display our data. All right, after the channels are set up, we then need to set up the group that they're going to be in so that we can display them. We'll go to Display Settings, Group Settings, and then Group 1 through 20. You see we already have group 1 checked, so it's on the name. We can change the name to WT310. And then we can select the channels that are shown. If we had any analog channels that we'd like to show with it, we could include those in this group, but here we only have the WT310, so I have selected communication channel 1, communication channel 2, and communication channel 3. All right, and remember to update configuration after you get ready to leave the page. Hit OK, and hit OK again, and it should be updated. All right, so it's also important that we select those channels to be recorded. We could do this under the record settings. Go to recording channel settings, and we select the 3 channels that we want recorded. Right now we have channel 1 of the communication channels, channel 2, and channel 3, so we're good to go. Hit update configuration, hit OK. All right, next we're going to set up the communication channel settings. Go over here to communication channel settings, go to channel 1 through 20, and go into the on-off span settings menu. Here we can set how many decimal places we're looking at, the upper and lower spans of the signals we're looking at, and we can also set the units up. Here you can see I've got our voltage set to 150 as the upper span. I have the current set to 500 milliamps, and I have the power set to 20 watts at the upper limit. This will correlate with the power that we're reading on the power analyzer. We'll hit update configuration, hit OK, and hit OK again, and we should be ready to start looking at data. If we go to data and then go to trend, we can separate our trends out, and we can see our different scales. We can see each one of our readings. We can also look at it in digital form or in the bar form, depending on what you're interested in. One key aspect about this setup that I would like to point out is all of the alarm functions of normal data loggers also work here, as well as the PID function of our Smart DAC data loggers and the digital input and outputs. So they can be used to time relays, or they can be used to control a system. All right, so I hope that you find this video helpful in setting up your Yokogawa WT series power analyzers and Smart DAC series data loggers to log power measurement data. Remember, the setup for other Yokogawa power analyzers with a Smart DAC series data logger will be very similar. For more information, or if you have any questions, please visit tmi.yokogawa.com, and don't forget to click subscribe to join our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.